Good morning, everybody. It's Hammer. Today is Wednesday, March 27, 2024. I, of course, am with Originator Success. Here is your daily mortgage rate update, the only place on the web where you guys get to be a part of the conversation. Appreciate you joining me. Remember, you can join me live each and every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. If you're here this morning, say good morning, like my friend Krista Votow. Good to see you, Krista. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope things are doing well in your world. Hope business is picking up for everybody. If you're watching this on the replay, don't forget to give us a hashtag replay in the comments. Let me know that you were here. If you're watching this on Facebook, don't forget to smash that like button, tag me, friend, share us in a group. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and click that little notification bell to be notified when I go live each and every day. Remember, if you'd like to sign up for our written email lock advice, it's already gone out for this morning. You can sign up for that at www.ratelockadvice.com or use the cool QR code. Sign up to get an email to your inbox each and every weekday morning. If you'd like to sign up for our text alerts, they're $7 a month. You can't beat them. You should join them. Get it to your phone. We tell you what's going on with the market, warn you when there's risk of reprices. Check us out at raytextalerts.com or use this other cool QR code. Also, you can get more business from Google and social media. Check us out at www.originatorssuccess.com or use the QR code. And last but not least, if you'd like to be reminded when I'm going live each morning, go ahead and go to hmmr.io/reminder. That's my short code, hmmr.io/reminder. And sign up for a free text alert to be notified when I go live each morning. So if you're here this morning, say good morning. Let's say hi to the live folks, and we'll dive into all the good stuff here. Again, we saw Krista here first. Good morning, Krista. Congratulations on being first. James Mahan, good morning. Mallory Fotiadis, how are you? Hope all is well in your world. Is it this one? This one I haven't seen before. Help me out here. Is it Dacia? Did I say it right? Is it Dacia? That's how I would say that one. Welcome, Dacia. And Deb Dickinson, good morning, my friend. Great to see you. I hope all is well in your world. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and let's take this opportunity to jump in and get into the good stuff. We'll start off by the technicals here. Basically, mortgage-backed securities up 2 basis points to start the day, flat. Yesterday, we did get a bit of a recovery. See this here, this nice little upslope. And that has helped us to recover. Very much a sideways pattern, though, here you could see in the Japanese candlesticks. And right now we are at 99.53, which is right about where we ended the day on Friday, 99.55. So on Friday, we were at 99.55. Monday, we started a little bit lower and improved. Tuesday, we started out a little bit lower and improved. This morning, we're about flat on the day, 99.55. And that's likely where we're going to end the week. Remember, today is the last full trading day that we have. Tomorrow, the bond market closes at 2 p.m. Eastern time, and it'll be closed on Friday in observance of Easter and Good Friday. So taking a look here, the 10-year Treasury yield 4.22. We'd actually round that to 4.23. Again, also very flat, running into a whole barbed wire fence full of moving averages, but nothing that we have to really worry about here. It's not likely that we're going to see improvement until next week with the labor data anyway. So with that said, rate sheets this morning should be a little bit better than yesterday, but we're talking just smidges. You know, they're going to be eerily similar. You're not going to see much of a difference at all. Reprice risk on the day is low. There is really no reason at all to have to worry about seeing any reprices worse today. It should be a very quiet day. The advice remains as it has been. Anything's closing in the next couple of weeks, I would lock. Here's my thinking. Today's Wednesday. We've got tomorrow is the holiday. Friday, you're going to have stagnant pricing. Generally, lenders get a little bit more conservative, even though bonds are likely to improve a little bit heading into the holiday. Generally, you see traders park some money in bonds. But that doesn't necessarily equate to better rate sheets because lenders tend to be a little more conservative. Especially, we're going to get the PCE inflation data on Friday, and markets are not going to be able to react to that. So we're going to see all of that reaction on Monday. Monday's got the opportunity to see the most movement in rates, right? So because of that, that's why I am looking at just locking anything's closing in the next couple of weeks, because as we head into next week, if you're closing in 2 weeks, let's say that you were closing in exactly 2 weeks, that's the longest time frame in this window, right? That's the 10th. That means that you would at least be able to get through the jobs data. But what if that jobs data was bad? right? What if that jobs data came in and was bad for rates? Then you're going to lose ground. I just don't think it's worth that risk unless you feel really, really strongly that you want to gamble. You've got a loan that's all the way stretched out to that full 2 week mark, something closing in, just about in the middle of April. Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense to take that risk. And as we head into next week, we're not going to see any significant improvement. So without that, that's not really why I have it there. But loans that have more time that are closing, farther in April, I would be floating. I want to see what happens, what we get with the jobs data. We're going to get, likely to get more revisions that are going to bring that number down from the previous month. The last jobs data was not bad for us. The number of jobs created was a little bit higher than expected, but the wages and the unemployment came in better than expected for us, right? And I say better than expected, meaning unemployment was actually a little bit higher, which is good for bonds, which is what I mean by better. And the wages came in a little bit lower than what was anticipated. So good morning, Thomas Wolf. Good morning, Kristen Walter. Good morning, Ron Siegel. Good morning, Candio Diaz, Mike Morano, Casey Roberts, Rob Stewart, Mike Tebow. Good morning, one and all. Great to see all of you here. Megan Lindbergh, Bobby Searson. Great to see you. So Thomas Wolf, hello. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at with this stuff, y'all. I would, definitely be cautiously floating. Anything's got longer term, we would definitely be floating. Let's take a quick look here, and we'll run side by side. Let's take a look and see. Here we go. Looking at the Fed stuff, this is what we want to keep an eye on. 90% expectation that the Fed will keep things the same in May. I would expect that. About a 70% expectation that we're going to see a rate cut in June. If this number improves, if it's more likely, if markets tend to price in a higher probability that we see a rate cut in June, that would happen after we get the jobs data next week, and then maybe even that inflation data in the middle of April. And if that were to happen, you'll see mortgage rates improve again back down to those mid sixes area compared to where they're at now in the high sixes. So right now, using mortgage use daily as a reference point, 6.91. Call it 6 7/8 for, that base rate, if you will. We would see it drop down another quarter point. But that's probably our kind of best case scenario, is that we'll get about a quarter point better, maybe 3/8 of a point better, down to about 6.5. That's all I would really see happening until we get some more signs of economic weakness. People aren't spending. There was definitely some interesting articles this morning. I don't think it was Bloomberg. I think it was Wall Street Journal talking about, people are still out there spending money they don't have a lot of times. It's a lot of it's credit. We know that. So anyway, I warned everybody that got my text alert this morning. It was going to be a boring one. There's not a lot different to talk about. It's the same thing that we've been talking about, everywhere else. Oh, look at this. We're down 2 basis points now. Heavens to me. And this is why I'm saying about locking anything closing near term. We're just really running in a sideways pattern here. There's very, very little chance that we're going to see a lot of improvement. We do have some support with the 50-day moving average, but that would mean rates it's going to be slightly worse. There's not a lot of resistance, but we don't need it. So that's where we're at. A whopping 8 minutes in today. So how are y'all doing? Let me know in the comments. How are y'all doing today? And any questions that you guys have, anything you want to talk about? Someone asked me in an email about the PCE data on Friday. I haven't really talked about it a lot. It's going to come in a lot like the CPI data did. It's going to come in a little bit disappointing. Still probably showing some signs of improvement, but not enough to improve anything. Remember, though, markets will be closed on Friday, so we're not going to see any kind of reaction to it. And we'll see a lot more of a reaction on Monday to that data. And Monday is going to tend to be a little bit more of a volatile day where we could lose rates. So that's why I said anything closing near term, I would be locking, because I don't want to risk losing, 1/8 of a point in rate by the time we get into Monday. And that's real. That's real there. And Mike Tebow said he agrees with that as well. Crystal said, you're fabulous and ready for Easter weekend. That is awesome. Bobby, you're not getting text alerts in the morning now. I'll take a look, Bobby, and see if I see a reason why. And you can, I don't know what the number is off the top of my head, but if you have an old text, just reply back to it and reply subscribe and reply start. Just send 2 separate text messages, because sometimes the carrier will block those, and that's how you can kind of jumpstart them and let them know that you want to get them. So, all right, my friends, I'm going to wrap it up. You guys have a fantastic Wednesday. I wanted to say Thursday. I'm pushing this week to be over, and it's too quick, right? Have a fantastic Wednesday, and I'll see y'all later. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.